So, when you wake up with morning wood, do you think there are people that actually wake up with nightmare erections?
I've
And
woken
hopefully
up
you
from
guys,
like
and
a wet.
hopefully, and
Welcome to
hopefully you
episode
guys are okay.
15.
Hopefully you guys are okay too.
He texted us and said, I'm going to do the intros, and this is not what I had in mind. I thought he was going to give us some like cool nicknames.
No, it's just. I mean, I've woken up from like in the middle of like a good dream. You wake up kind of hard. You're definitely out of attention.
No, but I guess what I was wondering or concerned with, have you ever woken up after like a really bad nightmare with an erection?
Like something really bad was happening is what he's saying. And then you
Yes.
still woke up with a
No,
boner.
man. No, I haven't.
Hey guys, welcome to the episode 15 of the Seemingly Unknown podcast. My name is Zach Myers. That's Polly Tamale, and that is John the Boner Guarnieri. John Bedtime Boner Guarnieri.
Yeah. No one else has thought of that. Like, it's just weird. Like, what is morning wood? Is it derived from a good dream you've had that's sensual? Like, what is the makeup of this?
So
Zach, you're an expert.
One time my buddy Zach Smith said, what did he say? He talked about fear boners. And I go, you can have a fear boner? He goes, there's pretty much a boner for every emotion.
You might want to check the old notes quotes file in your phone on that one.
Okay, I support that.
I guess that's like fair, right? To say there's a boner.
there are killers that kill people when they get sexually turned on.
Guess what, John? What you're saying right now is going to coincide so well with the fact that when you read the dreams today, I have a dream that I had.
I'm terrified what your dreams are, Zach. I'm going to be honest.
Dude, it's so wild that I woke up and had to write it down because I knew I would forget it. I was like, I got to write this down.
That's the best, though. Like, when you're like, this is going to be good. Can we talk about that majestic-ass bird behind you, man?
Yeah, so I'm literally in the same room that I did all the other podcasts, and they just changed out my painting, which I thought was pretty rad.
That's serving. When you're Zach Myers, they change out the artwork in the room in the hotel room.
They changed out the one right here too. This used to be a lady's legs, and now it's a damn eagle. That looks like some shit John needs tattooed on his chest.
Yeah. Doesn't Barry have that tattoo?
On his back, yeah. It's the same eagle. That's actually just Barry's back.
You just skinned him?
We actually did a skin graft. We actually did a skin graft on Barry. That's just his back up there. I just stretched it across a canvas, actually. It's pretty sweet.
Zach is wearing that new Glad trash bag outfit.
Yeah, bro. I look like I'm about to run a marathon. This is actually fake brand. This is our boy Eubank from Savage After Midnight's brand.
Pink guy.
Hey, so Paul, you came out on the road with us for a while. After you left one night, we're in Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay.
And after the show, we were going to walk to a Waffle House, but it was like, it's a big road to cross. We didn't feel like doing it. So we coerced the driver into taking us to Waffle House. It's packed. It's like a Saturday night. Waffle House in the South on a Saturday.
In Birmingham, Alabama.
Birmingham, buddy.
Mm-hmm. No, Louisiana. We were in Louisiana after that private show.
Even better.
Was it after the private show?
We got to talk about that private show here in a little bit too.
Yeah, okay. So my bad. Sorry. It was after the private show in Louisiana Saturday night. If you're in the South and go to Waffle House on a Saturday night at 2 a.m., it's like trying to get in the hottest club in the game. Like you can't, bro. You're not getting it.
There's a line out the door. You got a door guy. There's
a door guy.
Cover charge
to get in. So we go in. Me, Kent, and our driver. Go in and Dwayne, and then John comes in, and then John goes, I left my phone. I gotta get my phone. And as soon as he said that, I immediately knew what was going to happen. Because Waffle House has touch tunes jukeboxes. Okay, so you can play it from. I saw. Okay,
yes.
So there's a video of it. I don't know if I saved it. If I did, I'll send it to JR. Yes. So I'm in there. I tell Kent, Simple Man's about to come on. For sure. And I mean, dude, like I wrote it for a movie within seconds. Like, and of course our version. I'm like, dude,
okay,
come on, bro, get out of here with this. So I leave. I'm like, go to the bus, and John's like, oh hey dude, what are you doing? I'm like, I know this was you. Nobody else. Because what happened is when we in 2018 or 19, we did like a couple, like we do like 2 or 3 nights in one city and we do different shows. And after the show in South Carolina, we went to a Waffle House, me, Kent, and John. And Kent kept playing there were tons of Shinedown fans in there. I'm like hat on, hood up, totally incognito. And dude, he would play like Lady So Divine, like just bullshit songs. You know what I mean? Like just the worst. Played Simple Man twice. So anyway, Simple Man plays twice. And then John's favorite thing to do when he does this at a Waffle House is he plays the Waffle House songs. You know how there's like songs, so he played a song called "Special Lady," which we will get JR to put in here, dude. It is the most oddly satisfying, obnoxious thing you've ever heard in your life.
The staff is like, we've never heard this played in here,
dude.
And it just smells like you can hear the smell of uncooked, potatoes.
There's like 14 tables in every Waffle House. There's 200 people in this place.
Just packed, just standing
they
over each other
out.
eating.
I played Tantric, though. They did rock out to that.
Dude, here's the thing. He played Special Lady Waiting on Me at the Waffle House 4 times.
In a row.
Consecutively.
But here's the kicker. Once we were back on the bus, I still played Simple Man before we left.
Shut up.
Oh, dude. And then Kent started playing all of the Waffle House songs on the bus. Dude, there is a giant list of Waffle House songs. There's so many. And they're all like, and they all, by the way, all of them sound like another song, like just enough. Just because Kent was like, I don't know what this is. And I go, oh, this is Uneasy Rider by Charlie Daniels. It's like the exact Uneasy Rider,
but it's not.
But it's some bullshit about Waffle House. You know what I'm saying?
That's incredible.
I should have walked in and said, hey, I don't know if you guys know this, but I have the cover song of the year for the Waffle House Awards. So whatever you guys.
You do have that award you won. It's actually pretty cool.
That's what I said.
Actually.
Like, yeah. I don't know if you guys know this. I'm a golden waffle winner.
That is the best award I think you could possibly get. Better than a Grammy or any other BS.
We talked about that in the studio tonight. Yeah.
That's probably the coolest award you can get.
Probably the heaviest one too. It's a proper. You could definitely murder someone with that.
Is it a girthy little bastard?
It's a girthy little bastard. It's like John's wiener. It's really girthy and heavy, and it's actually
really
gold. Gold.
And it
like
actually
John's
has like the Eggo ridges, like the Eggo ridges,
like John's wiener.
Yes, like a Belgian.
Do you guys want to know a fun fact about me? From when I could eat like food on my own till I was 12 years old, I ate a waffle every single day of my life. That's not
from what age to what age?
From like whenever, like, I don't know, 2.5.
From 12 to now?
Yeah, from 12 to now. Like 2.5, 3, whenever I could eat like
solid foods?
Solid foods, yeah. I would like that's what
and you ate that until you were 12?
Until I was like 12, yeah.
Now, these like homemade waffles or like frozen Eggos?
Straight up Eggos. And then when my mom said when she would run out of Eggos, what she would do is check out this backwoods bullshit. She would take a piece of toast, toast it, take a cookie cutter, cut it out, toast it, and like make scores in it, like with a knife, and tell me it was a waffle. And my little stupid ass didn't even know, bro. I was like, we got some special waffles.
You need to text your mom tomorrow and just say, hey, thank you. And she'll be like, what do you thank me for? For making me homemade waffles.
I would call my mom on here like I usually do, but my mom is definitely asleep.
That is some Mom of the Year award shit.
That's also a great way to save money yet trick your kids. Great.
It's also a way to be evil to your children.
I could eat, no joke, I could eat a whole sleeve of those Eggo waffles. Like, I could put them down like nobody's.
Let me ask you this, Zach. Could you tell Ollie or Avery, hey, we have a duck tonight, but actually serve them chicken? Would they know?
Ollie would.
Oh, my God.
100%.
What? Ollie knows his birds.
Dude, you're talking about a kid who, for his 5th birthday, I said, hey, do you want to go to a restaurant? Where do you want to go? You want pizza? You want to go to a hibachi place? He said, I want mussels with garlic white wine cream sauce. And when I say he said garlic white wine cream sauce as a 4-year-old boy, Verbatim, that's what he said.
Damn.
So you try and make your kid an Eggo, and he's gonna throw it in your face.
No, they like waffles. They're down with waffles. Here's the thing, we always joke about my kid's bougie, and then I was just on vacation. We'll talk about that later, but I was just on vacation, and my friends were like, yeah, but he's not, because he's like, he'll go outside and like pick up every disgusting thing.
He's bougie when it comes to food.
Yeah. He's like a bougie Huckleberry Finn.
He cares about his health, yet he does no problem picking up a poisonous snake.
I don't know
or
if he's ever
jellyfish.
picked up a poisonous snake. He he doesn't really. He has reckless abandon when it comes to being outside and everything. Speaking of my mom, John, what did my mom tell you the night that I brought her on stage to have everybody sing happy birthday?
So that was the Birmingham show.
Yeah,
and then Zach, we're walking up the stage, and Zach said, "Hey, after what the fuck? Second Chance, whatever their big like Shinedown songs, grab my mom because we're about to go into." Lady So Divine. No, whatever it was. And he's like, hey, just be warned. She doesn't like coming on stage, like whatever. I'm like, whatever, I'll grab her. Like she'll do it for me. So I go grab her like 2 songs out.
Excuse me, miss, come with me.
I'm like, hey, Mrs. Myers, we got to
which is not my mom's last name, by the way.
Yeah. So she's just like, what are you talking about? I go, I need you up here. He's like, oh, he told you to grab me. And I go, well, yeah, but he's like, I'm going to kick my son's ass. Like, he knows I hate this. I'm like, will you do it for me? And then she's like, well, I'll kick your ass too. And I'm like, can you do it for me? And sure enough, she's like, I need a cigarette. So she walked backstage, and I saw her back there. I looked at her, and she's like, oh, I'll come up here. And then she was like, you promise she's not going to pull me up? And at that point, I had no idea what Zach was going to do. I'm just afraidful for my own life because she's going to kill me out back. And Zach calls her up on the walk on stage, gives her a hug, and she comes back to me. She goes, you're done too. I'm like, God bless.
Which is the best, dude.
It was actually a really cool moment, though. Like, it's like your mom's obviously very grateful and thankful and loves it, but it's cool that she doesn't, like, some artists whose parents or family are so involved in their bullshit.
Momagers,
it's just like, your mom could literally walk in there, oh, what they got for catering? And then walk out and be like, oh, fuck it, I'm out.
My mom is so funny how similar my mom and my wife are. Like they literally turn their back to any sort of spotlight or adulation. Like they don't, they both are like that, which is pretty funny. I wonder if we could guilt my mom on this podcast into quit smoking. I bet we could. We always talk shit about people who smoke all the time on here, so it's like
I would like to hear her tell some more stories about you, how she duped you in your childhood with eating habits and different stuff.
I'll tell you another story. When I was a kid, so I was always a really smart kid, right? But I didn't.
What happened?
My teacher, I fucking joined a band. Is what happened. My teacher would be like, yo, like he's like really smart. Like, like, are you guys still there? Sorry. It cut. You guys are frozen. Hold on. I would come home from school and my teacher would be like, yo, he's like really like a way above average smart. He just like doesn't seem interested even a little bit. And so they got me on Ritalin, and I would take them, and like I wasn't good at swallowing pills, so Ritalin is really small, and my mom would still have to cut it up, and I would have to like dissolve it and drink Coke in the morning to take it. And like years later, she was like, "Oh no, that was just like sugar pills."
Wow, she had that placebo effect on you.
Total placebo, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah, kinda. I kinda wanted to punch her in her fucking head, but
Yeah, we need her on the show because she's got some good stories here.
You imagine my mom being on this show, dude.
Sign me up.
That would be wild as hell.
She's just in the
that's
corner,
our first guest.
She's just in the corner, just like spewing these tales of just debauchery with her own.
Yeah, she could tell some stories about me for sure. For sure, dude.
Last week, Paul and I did a live or Instagram, whatever.
Yeah.
And one of the things we talked about, Zach, and I think you'd be was actually two things we talked about. But one of the things we talked about, have you ever thought of or done reused a condom?
No.
We're trying to get into a new market here.
Bro, you gotta use a condom to reuse a condom, you know what I'm saying?
Right, but like with the whole push for like recycling and like the Green Deal and all this environmental, which I'm all for, but do you think there'll be a push now where it's like when you drink a soda can, you get 5 cents back? Well, hey, if you return your condoms, you get a nickel or whatever. Like, you think there'll be a push to
these fucking kids who are pushing all this bullshit? They ain't using condoms, bro. Like we talked about before, they're fucking all raw dogging, eating ass and shit without even fucking.
Have you seen the millennials that are here on this earth? Like people should have been using condoms a while ago. We got a bunch of fucking morons here.
Yeah,
now.
their parents should have fucking used condoms for sure.
Can you imagine these dumbasses not using condoms?
Have
they're gonna fucking produce?
Have you used something besides a condom as protection?
No, but I think I remember being younger, being like, I could use a balloon. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Like,
or like a Ziploc bag, a freezer bag or something.
A freezer bag. The one with the slide.
Some saran wrap. You just get it on. Saran wrap it.
Yeah, dude.
Tin foil.
Did you guys ever keep condoms in your wallet? Or like were you guys those people that kept condoms?
Let's talk about wallets. As you got older,
Magnums never fit, you know?
After for like literally
completely
3
joking.
months in high school, yeah, I just put the condom over there and I carried it like a rucksack.
I carried my wallet inside of a condom.
Right, the ones I put needle holes through. Yeah, put them in other people's. No, like there was like a 3-month period in high school where I was like I got my license, Costco card, library card, all this other bullshit, Blockbuster, rental, and I had this Costanza wallet where it was like a ton of bullshit in it. But it was one of those wallets where it's like I probably should have got rid of it 5 years prior because it's like the old Velcro, like Transformers type, where it's like Velcro it up, you got the money pouch here, a couple of bullshit things here.
Everyone in a half-mile vicinity knows when you open your wallet. It's like,
it was so embarrassing. Oh, he can't afford chocolate milk. It's just like the worst. But like, so then I went to like, you go to Marshalls or TJ Maxx, you get like these really cool leather wallets, which I've had now, but it's just like, what'd you guys do for wallets? Do you do wallet chains? I know Zach did.
Oh yeah, I was a big wallet chain guy. I had a no fear wallet. I had a brown no fear wallet. Actually, I was just, like I said, I just got back from vacation, but I remember being in Fort Walton or Destin one year. And I bought this brown leather no fear wallet, and I had it for years, dude. Years.
What is the custom for wallets chains? Like what's the deal? Do you take it out? Like what's the deal with it?
I think
some people actually.
I think legally by 21. I think legally by the time you're 21, you're not allowed to have one anymore, or they actually take your rights away.
As they should. No, but is it like
Zach
a customary?
Max still wears one, dude.
I know that's what got me thinking. I'm like, dude, this guy might be 21 or not give a fuck.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I just thought of this. I have a funny condom story. So it was like spring break, and I was staying at my friend Jim Cross. He still keeps in touch with me sometimes, but like it's not like we like hang out or anything anymore. But I was staying
dick stories.
I was staying at his house. It was like spring break, and his parents were like the cool, they let people hang out over there and shit.
Yeah, have sex everywhere.
Yeah. So this girl that I was trying to bang, her name was Candace Plaisance. Fuck, I don't know if I should say. I gotta stop saying people's names on here, bro.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So I was like,
where did she work?
What?
Where did she work?
I think she worked at Sonic.
Hell
she did. She worked at the Sonic on 64 because she would bring us tots and cherry limeades all the time. Shout out Candace. I'm like 15. Like I can't even drive yet. And Jim had a truck. He had like this red black Chevy truck. And I was like, yo, man, I was like, you got to go get me some condoms. And he did. And I remember he got me non-lubricated condoms. Oh, like it was the first time. It was the first time I'd ever seen anything like this. So I might as well have been using a fucking balloon at that point. You know what I mean? So
100%.
It was like, what is happening, dude? So I remember like that was like the first time I was like, yo, I'm gonna have to spit on this shit to make it work. I remember that same week too.
Jim also spit on it too.
Jim came in and said, hey Jim.
Yo, did you spit?
Jim dipped, so we had got him to come in and spit on.
Yeah. He hawked a loogie on your Johnson. I just took some Zyrtec, boys.
I'll tag you in a minute. Yo, I said Jim dip spit on it, and Paul almost threw up.
Oh my god! It's
Yo, so the same week, I remember I got like the worst hand job. First off, all hand jobs are the worst hand jobs.
from Jim.
From Jim, yeah. No, from this other girl, and I remember like her like trying to like give me a hand job, and she's like, when are you gonna come? I was like, when you stop. Because like I remember it was like a death grip. I was like,
how callous were her hands?
Dude, she like Indian sunburned my dick for sure. When is that are we gonna get canceled for saying Indian sunburn? Do people still say that?
No.
Oh, is that the game where you did like the twisting the arm when you were kids?
Do you not remember watching Half Baked when he talked about the girls coming out to attack him, and he goes, "They was doing Indian burns. They had crossbows. They was doing Indian burns."
Was this girl wearing like crazy like mood rings or spider rings or like weird bracelets or something?
I guarantee you, and just
because this was like the 90s, I guarantee you she had an ankle bracelet and a mood ring. Guaranteed.
Oh God.
I don't even remember her name.
How often? Only a matter of time.
How often do you use cock rings?
I've never used one.
Really?
I don't. You. What do you mean? Really? Have you?
No, but your genuine face. Bro. Your face, like, wait, what?
Yeah, Paul's like, I use zip ties.
You gotta get the ones that go around the balls too, so it just gets all the pressure.
I feel like to wear a cock ring, you got to be like 55, or you got to like really enjoy sex with men. You know what I'm saying?
Anyways,
you know,
Paul's like, you never use a cock ring?
Or both.
Paul's like, you don't do zip ties? Paul's like, I use scrunchies.
I know what I'm getting you both for Christmas. Let's just say that.
Yo,
Eminem bought Elton John cock rings for I think his 60th. Yeah, because Elton John.
Weird, because he's over 55 and likes to have sex with men.
See,
Eminem got him these whatever those cock or diamond encrusted cock rings as a gift for his, I guess, stand or whatever he do it with platinum or whatever.
That's not real.
I swear to God, dude.
That's incredible if it is real.
Elton John, I heard Elton John literally say Eminem gave him cock rings. Is it like a wedding gift?
That's not real.
Matching cock rings. Someone look that up.
With Eminem.
I gotta hold on, dude.
Eminem.
I gotta look this up.
Yes, Eminem gave Elton John cock rings.
All right, so what's a bizarre gift
I'm
that
about
you
to
give
get
to another guy?
I'm about to get on a fucking watch list after I Google this shit.
Yes, if you aren't already, you're about to be.
What's
the weirdest thing you would get somebody? Like a guy
a wedding gift? Or
John just wanted me to Google this shit, I think.
No, I do 100%. I am 100. There's press clippings everywhere.
Now the internet's not working on here, so I wonder if it's going to shut you guys off again.
What, Paul? Your question was, what's the weirdest gift you can give another guy?
I'm asking you because you think about this weird shit all the time. Like, what's the weirdest gift you would possibly get another guy?
Is he straight or gay?
Tomato, potato.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Well, the lights are off. Weirdest gift.
I can confirm, by the way, that is a fact. What John said.
Yes, 100. There's a diamond encrusted cock ring.
It was a wedding gift, not a birthday gift, but yeah, it was a wedding gift. Bro, what do you think
those? What do you think those smell like after a session? Like old guac.
The fact that he said session, he didn't say. The subtleness of him going, what do those sound like after a session?
He just said old guac. Like,
what? I'm trying to think of a guest that, or a gift.
In my head, I just started a band called Rusty Avocados. That's John's porn name, dude. Rusty Avocado.
Rusty Avocado.
I love it. I'll suck the pit out. I think
avocado.
A gift, a weird gift to give to a guy. Like, I don't. Is this like a friend or a family member, or is this like a random acquaintance?
A lover? I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe like I don't know. I do think that beef jerky dildo would make a good gift.
Is that a thing? Is that a real thing?
We could make it. Why not?
If it is, John knows about it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
A wagyu beef jerky dildo.
It's like prime, like A5, just perfect. Just melts in your mouth.
A8. A8. It's 8 inches of Wagyu.
I mean, we've gone 2 weeks without recording, and it's just blowing my mind that we could just jump back on the same.
We can't go. We
We
can't go this long again, man. I've missed it. I missed doing it, and we obviously people.
Well,
missed
let's
us
Paul. I'm gonna bring up the other thing to Zach too here that we talked about. So I went down a '90s movies like romantic comedy kick. 10 Things I Hate About You, Cheese, All That.
The hits.
Dude,
40 Days, 40 Nights, The Girl Next Door.
Fools Rush In
100%.
is one of the greatest romantic comedies of all time.
Die Hard. I mean, all the classics. And so I watched, next on my queue for these genres, A Walk to Remember, the Mandy Moore movie. She's dying. Spoiler alert. It's a sad movie. I think Carrie Cogg's in it. Maybe that's Hope Floats. Either way, she's dying in this movie. So my question to you, Zach, was: Would you stay with someone knowing they're going to die in 6 months and go through with a wedding just to make sure their last 6 months are happy, or would you be like, you know what, I'm just going to peace out now and live the rest of my life not knowing what happened to you?
No.
How much would you?
I'd do the first one, especially if I loved him.
Yeah.
Listen, man. Sometimes it's supposed to hurt sometimes.
Yeah, I was just curious because.
No, I would do that for sure, man. Like because then, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I would do that. I mean, because then you're free and clear afterwards. You know what I mean?
Right.
No
and if
it's only 6 months, you're
peace
single
out,
again,
bro. You're gonna feel like like a guilty asshole.
And who's to say you can't stuff that person?
Yeah.
Plus it's only 6 months.
What? No, I think some people are very. I don't know.
What if you did it and like you just did it because you're like, you know what? I'm not really crazy into this person, but I'm gonna make their last 6 months good, and then they just never died.
I would probably shoot them.
And then you're stuck with them.
You're just married to them.
But that's an interesting thing too, though, where it's like you might not feel this way, but to give this person closure, like I think that's one of the most selfless things you could do. I mean, I think that's
till death do us part in about 6 months.
Yeah, bro. I know. Right. I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. That's like, yeah. I mean, they're like it's supposed to be young in that movie though, too, right?
Yeah, she's young. I mean, she's younger than we are. No, it's just
I got a question. If you had to eat it's your last meal, you're on death row. What are you eating?
Huh?
What's that stuff we used to do all the time back in the day? Pussy. No, I'm just
yeah, man, pussy. I'm gonna go like baked stuffed lobster with like a nice baked potato and maybe some broccoli and cheese.
I'm gonna go with catfish, black-eyed peas, fried okra, and cornbread.
Ooh,
just classic Southern.
I would have my mom's meatloaf sandwiches that she makes.
Dude, you've already been in prison. You're gonna get a lot of meatloaf sandwiches, bro.
We got to talk about that prison story later. We'll bring it up at the end of the podcast.
Yeah, at the end of we got to talk about this. We've been talking about it.
Put it on the back burner a lot.
We need to find out why Paul spent 10 years in prison.
For sure.
Yo, so here's something I was thinking about the other day. Brent and I went and shot a new video for Bad at Love, and it was a 2-day shoot. And the first day, we were in a roller skating rink. And I was sitting there and I was talking to I was like, I haven't been in one in a couple years. A couple years ago, I rented out a whole roller skating rink for my wife's birthday and surprised her. Like I was like, hey, we're going somewhere for your birthday. And I blindfolded her. And then I just smashed her head in the refrigerator and she passed out and I watched football. No, I'm just kidding. No, I blindfolded her and we drove to a roller skating rink and like we walk in and she like smells it and hears it. She goes, yo, are we at like a carnival? And I was like, no. And then like I had all of her friends and our friends like at the skating rink already. So that was like the last time I had been in one. So I go in and we're filming in there and I put on skates immediately and start skating around because like I'm like, man, I haven't done this in forever, right? Mm-hmm. So there's a scene where we ended up putting Sanjay in the DJ booth and I ended up being the guy who was giving out roller skates or whatever, which is like a childhood dream, So I'm asking the DJ while I'm in the DJ booth, I'm like, how does this work now? I haven't been to a skating rink in forever. And he's like, usually like on weekends, parents just come in with their kids and we're open from 6 to 11 and they just stay with their kids. And I started thinking about like, bro, remember when we used to go to skating rinks?
Oh, dude, it was gangs.
This was like think about it now as an adult. Think about back way. This was some Hunger Game shit. Like, dude, our parents just dropped us off.
Oh,
At
dude,
the skating rink, bro.
Right.
They left. They fucking left, dude.
That was their time to get rid of us for a while.
Dude, for 6 hours. We could have walked out. We could have been fucking kidnapped. We could literally anything could have happened. I was thinking about that today. Thinking about parents out there just like, oh, I'm going to drop my kid off at this place. No one I know is there. No relatives.
Here's $20. I'll see you in 6 hours.
Right, dude. Enjoy the arcade.
Enjoy the arcade.
Get some food.
Call from a payphone. Save a quarter to make the call.
When you're ready to come home.
Yeah, man, just jam skate to Push It by Salt and Pepper as many times as you can.
I tell you what.
Or Tootsie Roll. Yep.
Tootsie
absolutely.
Roll, dude.
Damn.
Dude, can you imagine? Think about that. Think about your parents would drive you to a place and fucking leave you there. Dude, this sounds like the Child Protective Services is being called. In 2021, CPS is being called 10 out of 10 times.
Absolutely.
10 out of fucking 10 times, dude.
So my question leading on to that is, John, how many guys did you couple skate with?
Recently?
Sure.
The last year.
Probably. I tell you what. One of the things when I used to do that. Well, I played hockey, but I never got into rollerblading. So when I did do the rollerblading, we'd always do like stupid stuff like tag or like Red Rover on roller skates, and that was always fun. Just clotheslining people when we go out at a little posse, just clotheslining random people we knew or didn't know at the roller skating places.
Just fucking clothesline people you don't know, dude. Me and Brent were talking about this. Like they made the rails taller because I remember like when as a kid, that was the thing is you'd go around a bunch of times and you skate up to that rail and just leg over that rail, right? Dude, the rail's like so tall now. I think they just did it because people would probably like fall and shit. But I remember we used to do, dude, when I was young, the skating rink for me was a big part of my youth culture. It was like every weekend, and I lived in the hood, so we would go to Raleigh Skateland, which was the hood then, is kind of still the hood. It actually is still the hood now, and the skating rink is still there. But we would go and we would do lock-ins, bro. They would drop us off at 7 at night and not pick us up till 7 in the morning, dude.
Sounds like my high school prom, where it'd be like you get dropped off at 8, you're not picked up till 8 in the morning, you can't leave.
Dude, like think about it back then. Like, what are you setting your kids up for? You know they're going to be banging somebody at the age of 12 years old back then.
I wasn't.
Drugs.
I think by the time I was banging, I was already out of the skating rink scene.
But the concept of locking your kid up with a bunch of other kids,
bro. Think about like if I don't know anybody who's into this per se, but like, what if you're somebody who's like into like molesting, bro? You know how much molesting you could have done at the skating rink back in the day?
God, I never thought of it like that.
No, that's morbid to think about. That's fucking weird.
Actually, now that we mention it, I think I need to like lay down on the couch and talk to somebody and figure out if I got molested at a skating rink.
That's funny, but it's also not fucking funny.
It's not funny, but I'm actually being serious about it. Like, think about nowadays the thought of like I'm gonna drop my kid off at this place for 12 hours.
Would you drop your kid off for that many hours?
Fuck no.
No, baby.
Like, I remember having to walk to high school, like literally just over a mile one way, and the easy walk. It wasn't
in the snow,
for sure. No shoes.
That super hot all the time, wintry on top. But I don't know if I would let my kid walk that far today. I don't know if I'd let my kid walk that walk I did.
Think about this. Like, there wasn't a lot of, that going on back in the day. Like, I talk about like why I moved to the house that I moved at now is because my kids can play outside and I don't have to worry about that. But back in the day when we were younger, we could play outside in like a neighborhood and that stuff never happened. And if it did, it was kind of cool because you got to be on, Unsolved Mysteries or America's Most Wanted or something like that. You became like a TV star, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
If it happened back in the day, right? But now it's like that stuff is so normal. Like, bro, like I ain't having my kids walk nowhere.
I was terrified when our daughter was going to start taking the bus. Like, that's not even that crazy.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I was trying to wrap my head around it. I was like, all right, you don't talk to anybody. You don't get off this bus unless you're at your school. You see your friend. Like, A whole thing.
Yeah, no, I can see that for sure. I think, yeah. Same about skate. I remember being in a lock-in one time at the skating rink though. And like the Fuck Jerry logo, that cup. Remember those cups that always had that same logo? Mm-hmm. I remember the guy who owned the skating rink. I remember his name was David. He was you know what he kind of looked like? He kind of looked like that fella who was the dad on Garfield, John. He kind of looked like a John on Garfield. They looked the same. Actually, they might have been the same person. I'm not gonna lie. And so I remember one time he's like, I'm gonna come up with like a new thing on the menu. And I remember at this lock-in, he had a cup like that, and he poured pizza sauce into it, and then he dumped a bunch of mozzarella cheese on it, and then he just stuck in the oven for like 2 minutes and melted it all. And that was the snack. Yo, that shit was so legit. I think about that cup of mozzarella sauce and cheese at least like twice a year. That shit was so good.
Huh. Yeah. Did he also put Roofenol in there too, or is this just like
put MDMA in there into the 90s? Yeah. I was like, damn, this Madonna song is good as hell.
Hell yeah. Good as hell.
Yeah, like damn, why am I crying listening to Angel Eyes?
I am in my feels right now, my guy.
Yo, bruh, I didn't know Bryan Adams could make me feel like this, man.
God damn.
Yo, dude, remember when they would play like Everything I Do It For You? Oh my god. You'd find the best babe in the place.
I loved Robin Hood because of that song.
It's so good. Actually I'll try to find it. There's a childhood there's a yearbook photo of me where I'm wearing a Robin Hood Prince of Thieves shirt.
Hey, I got a good question. Now that we're talking about songs, what do you think the most monumental song is for a movie?
That song's up there.
Really? Okay, John, what do you got?
That song made Eye of the Tiger, Rocky.
I tell you what,
Danger Zone, Top Gun.
It was in a group text, the Shinedown group text, but Fortunate Son, CCR. That's in every prolific war movie.
That's true.
No, but he's talking about like what's like where like
what
where, like
ones
a, like
like
you,
it
you
makes
can imagine,
like you hear it.
You can imagine the movie without the song.
Danger Zone,
Eye of the
Top
Tiger,
Gun.
Danger Zone, Top Gun. Eye of the Tiger, Rocky.
Armageddon.
Oh yeah. Don't want to miss a thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't want to go. Yeah, hell yeah.
Great song.
You instantly just start crying because you think about that scene.
What else? Dude, Dirty Dancing. Time of My Life.
Time of Your Life. Flashdance, Maniac.
Yeah, Maniac. Saturday Night Fever, which I guess that was kind of like a based
man,
on.
there's some. Yeah, okay, all right.
There's a lot of good ones actually. Yo, so when we were filming this video, the first AD had worked on a video with us like 13 years before. He worked on If You Only Knew, which looks like we're up in the sky, like in New York City on like a skyscraper that's being built. And the way they did that, there was this like 300-foot wide photo that was like 80 feet tall, and they put lights behind it, and it looked real. Like it looked like a real skyline. But to obviously make it look more real, we had like, there were like pigeons and stuff like around, even though, so
homeless people and stuff.
Yeah, homeless people. So we were on a scaffolding, which was actually kind of tall, but it was like where's pads underneath us and stuff. So I said, he goes, hey, this guy was the first AD on If You Only Knew. I go, oh yeah, that's the video where the crew accidentally killed a pigeon. And Brent goes, we didn't kill a pigeon. I said, whoa, we didn't kill shit. I said the crew accidentally killed a pigeon. They put a mat on top of it and didn't see it. And Brent goes, I think he was like half joking. This is a throwback to the first episode. He goes, I don't care. He goes, pigeons aren't real anyway. I go, what do you mean? And like he asked like one of like the most prolific Brent Smith things I've ever heard is he goes, tell me when have you ever seen a baby pigeon? And I was like, I've never seen a baby pigeon, dude.
Interesting. Yeah,
Brent is a believer now.
They're robots.
Bird robots, baby.
Brent's a believer.
I've never seen them in a nest either.
J.R. Moore told me I told him this story, and he said outside of his house there's a nest of baby pigeons.
I
think he's full of shit.
Of course he is. He's the only person that has a nest of pigeons. Come on.
Yeah, I think he's just fucking showing off.
I think those birds are gonna have a nest in his son's hair, whose hair is maybe the most prolific.
Bro, he looks like young Frankenstein with that hair, dude. His hair is crazy.
It's insanity. It's
Dude,
like the perfect kind of hair I've ever seen.
Dude, he was on the beat. You know, we just got back from vacation and we went, and all of my friends came with us, and they all had their kids.
Zach, Chris,
Zach, Jacob, Chris, Justin. Yeah. No, and like his hair is just wild as hell, man. It's like, it's crazy to think about. Like, I wish my hair looked like that. It was kind of cool. But so when we were in Nashville making the video too, I know John wanted me to talk about this on the podcast. I took a photo of Oliver where we went in the bathroom to take, had to go pee, and it was a truck stop, and there's 10 urinals. There's no one taking a piss, and this dude who's like 6'6" is like taking a piss in the only kids urinal they had, and like Ollie just walks up behind him. And
the picture of Ollie's so good, dude. Like,
by the way, I didn't tell him to pose like that.
He was just like,
he's like, bruh. So Ollie, by the way, another super cute thing is when he was younger, I used to say urinal, and he thought I was saying original, so he still calls urinals originals, and it's like the cutest fucking thing you've ever seen in your life. He goes, we'll walk in the bathroom and go, they have originals here. And I'm like, yep, they do. I'm like never going to correct him on that. But yeah,
my daughter does, instead of sunscreen, she calls it scum scream.
Yeah,
so
dude.
it's just, so anytime we go somewhere, she's like, Dad, can you put on some scum scream? I'm like, scum scream.
Don't ever correct her.
No,
I will never. I'll be like, yep, you need that scum scream on for sure.
Dude, she's 56.
Hey, telling her husband to put some scum screen on her.
Yes.
He's like, hell yeah.
So and then it happened again the other day, and I took another photo of it. So I'm just gonna post all these dudes, and I know it may be weird that I take pictures of dudes pissing, but they're fucking dickheads, and they got to be stopped. Brad Williams had a bit about this where he just, because he's obviously a little.
We need to make a sticker that just says "Stop grown men from peeing in kids' urinals."
Yeah, friends don't let grown men pee in kids' urinals.
But what if the guy has just a monster flesh hammer?
Flesh hammer.
What if he does? Like, what if he does? He doesn't want to get in the water.
I don't know.
What's maybe. That? Every time we're up in the urinal next to Zach, or sometimes we share a urinal together. But Zach will always do God, this water's cold. And forever reason,
deep,
it always gets me. But there's always another person in earshot where I start laughing, so I look like the psycho.
I stole that from Eddie Gowan, our old tour manager. He would anytime we walk in the bathroom, he'd go, "Whew, this water's deep and cold." I stole that from him. I say that shit all the time now. Anytime it's got to be there. I can't say that just one of our guys is in the bathroom too. There has to be a stranger in there. Like, you have to do it.
That's
like
the best part. Yeah,
it's pretty great.
The guy looks over. The guy looks, yeah, it is. Oh, what?
Oh, what?
Yeah, so I was thinking about this the other day. I want to get you guys' opinion on this, like, because I struggle with the social media thing. Like, I enjoy it, but at the same time, I spend way too much time on it, and it really affects my life in kind of a negative way. Think about Instagram, right? And think about the fact that, like, take Instagram and make it analog, and now think of how weird the fucking concept is. Do you imagine all day long you just grab some random person's photo album and you're just fucking flipping through fucking analog printed pictures of somebody? How fucking weird is that? How weird is the whole deal?
Well, I think it's the convenience of social media now makes it easier where you don't have to physically hold it. But you're also, about how fucking
bored you would be about flipping, like, but you're not bored doing it on this because it takes up so much of your fucking life that you're just staring.
Now, let me ask you this: when you start following a person the first time, do you go back and look at their old photos, or do you go back like a week?
No, never.
Okay, because I bet there's some people that will literally go through 1,000 photos. And
like
those
all
are
of
the
them,
psycho.
Dude,
yes.
You know, other people I have a problem with is the people who, and there's like, honestly, there's like 3 people doing it, and they probably listen to this podcast. There's 3 people who are actually currently doing it, and they've been doing it forever. Is they will follow you, and they'll unfollow you, and then they'll follow you, and to like try to get you to see that they followed you, so you'll follow them back.
Okay,
that's the weirdest game.
So
you're a fucking psycho if you do that.
I've had people be like, "Hey,
I don't know. I don't think I've experienced that yet.
The same. I'm with John though too. The same people who follow you and then they go back and they like every fucking photo you've ever posted.
Have you ever gotten called out for unfollowing somebody?
Yeah, all the time.
It's great, dude. I had somebody be like, "Hey, man, you unfollowed me." I'm like, "Yeah, I just didn't care about seeing your shit." And they're like,
but at the
"Well,
same
I'm gonna
time,
unfollow you." I'm like, "I don't give a fuck."
At the same time, like I still get like butthurt if somebody I know unfollows me. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, I mean,
But are you gonna go say something to that person?
At the time, yeah, kind of at the time that we did this tour in 2016, and we had a band out with us who was like one of my like literal best friends, and some shit happened on the tour, and literally before they were out of the parking lot, he unfollowed me on Instagram, and he still doesn't follow me to this day.
I mean, that's just a lack of.
He has another page though that follows me.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, he's also in his 60s. So it's
God damn, who are you touring with? Eric Clapton?
jeez.
New tour just announced. Zach will be there.
No, you know what I'm saying? It's like I don't like the photo album thing. Like think about that. Think about like all that is a photo. Like you're literally if you just grabbed a photo album and all day you're just like looking through it, like, oh, I like this picture. Oh, this guy's wearing a goofy fucking shirt. Imagine like analog, like commenting on a photo album.
Go ahead, John. Say what you're gonna say.
That bird in the background looks super pissed at Zach right now. It's creeping me
like,
out. He's just like, what?
Scowling at Zach.
I love that John made him sound like DMX.
What?
What?
Ah.
Hey, John, do you have any dreams or?
I got blown up my dick. Yes.
What the fuck?
That's a DMX lyric.
Yeah, I know, but that was just
lyric.
so like.
I got blood
I got
because I fucked your corpse.
Yeah, it's actually the lyrics was written by the June Blossoms, but they're like, DMX, this hits harder with you. It doesn't really fit our.
It's like how like Adele and Ed Sheeran write songs for other people, and they're like just give them to other people, and this isn't for me. Jim Blossoms were like, this isn't for me.
How about like
shout out to the Jim Blossoms though?
Yeah. Yes. How about like Vertical Horizon running for Ja Rule? Like that. Like what's like another good matchup?
Like like think about like Deep Blue something writing for Timbaland. That actually might happen though. Actually, Timbaland collabs with a lot of people.
Can we talk about Bono being on the new DMX? That song is probably one of the best songs on that whole album.
Yeah, of course.
I haven't heard it yet. Is it out?
Bono's a
Exodus.
real G.
Exodus came out like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and it is fucking.
Bono's a fucking real G. That's why.
Uh-huh.
Have you heard that Blessed Union of Souls actually just wrote a really, really big hit for Snoop Dogg?
No, I did.
That's like when Phil Collins did a song with Bone Thugs and Harmony, because that was a banger too.
This man is making up. You remember when we used to do the fake tour announcements? It's like, oh yeah, I just heard
fake collabs.
Fake collabs, dude. Oh
the one that got me messed right now. It's like trending right now on TikTok. Is
the Savage Garden and J. Cole. Yeah.
No, it's actually Steve Winwood wrote something for a Missy Misdemeanor. It slaps really hard. Really good acoustics.
Don't ever say slaps. I say that jokingly, but you said it on the podcast, and I want to slap you.
Slaps.
It slaps, bro. It's a fucking.
I liked my one that I used to listen to all the time was when Meredith Brooks wrote that song for Exhibit.
Oh, that was because I saw them in the old Tweeter Center in Massachusetts.
No one thinks this is funny.
Except for the three of us.
No one's laughing at this.
Everybody's like, why the fuck do they keep throwing these stupid collabs?
that weird Vitamin C Tesla remix. It sounds weird, but it does hit. It hits you in the heart.
Yeah, let's go to a new segment that we're only going to have for 3 weeks. But I think we have our friend Kent Sinkler is buzzing in right now. It says he wants to read a movie. A movie
title?
A new movie title. So
go ahead, Kent, roll it.
Kent, take it away.
Here's your new seemingly unknown podcast bit. Only available to you while I'm on this stupid tour. I will go through the DVR guide on the bus and read you some of the finest adult content that is available to purchase. For example, tonight on channel Bang, which is channel 596, you can buy for $11.99 the program Oops, I Banged My Boss, and Now I'm His Favorite, with the description of office hotties screw their big schlong bosses. They know it's not right, but they can't resist the opportunity to get their big hooters worshipped while their take-charge bosses get to work on getting them off. $11.99 on Channel Bang.
Put that shit right there.
Yeah. So what I'm doing now
Yes.
is I'm running a timer and I'm making a hut lap when like I like things like that. So I can just give it to Justin. It'll make it easier for him to edit.
All right, so now we'll roll into John the Shaman.
Now
Here we
we're
go.
rolling
We got a
John
dream
Shaman.
here, guys.
Give us the
Got
dreams.
John the Shaman, keeping you on track. All you gotta do is touch his big old sack of mail.
Hey, we got a gentleman here. So first
That's
time
rare.
email. First time email. So here we go. Hey guys, I had a really weird dream. I had a job interview with a place I recently interviewed with in real life, and for some reason the people were coming over to my apartment. I got home and immediately started cleaning. I looked out the window and saw they were coming up so quickly, I threw what I could in the bathrooms and bedrooms just to get rid of it. They came in, and halfway through the interview, we heard gunshots. We rushed downstairs into my apartment lobby and saw there were 7 active shooters fighting against the U.S. military. We watched on for a bit, and the dream ended when we watched one of the U.S. military shoot and kill one of the shooters. Please let me know what you guys think. Thank you.
I think
God
you need
damn.
I think you need to stop watching the news.
Yeah, well, stop watching the news. And also, did you get the job?
Yeah,
You're
I
right.
didn't
Did
know
you
if
get
got
the job?
bro?
Did you get the
I need-
job?
I need to know, like, after that, they were like, hey, listen, we've been through a lot together. This job is yours if you still want it.
Hell yeah.
You're just
went
like,
through
wait,
7
it
of
was
these.
real.
Yo, bro, that shit's
I think he
crazy as
probably
hell.
plays Call of Duty. He's probably a gamer.
Yeah.
There are some crazy scenarios, and with the media and how there are active shooters actually going on in the world and stuff, so it's terrible tragedy. So maybe it's just the perfect.
Yeah, that's a
That's a
wild one
mixture
right there.
of your real life interfering with
your
shit you see
gaming
on the
life.
news
Yeah,
and
yeah,
your gaming life.
and your news stuff. Yeah, that's.
Well, I hope you got the job.
I hope
And
you got the job, man. I don't know what to tell you about that. I hope all them fellas was a shitty aim and that you made it out of that.
And
Now,
don't
let
ever
me ask-
invite any of your coworkers over.
Let me ask you guys this: how would you guys? What game would you want to have a dream about, but you actually wake up, you're in this game's world?
Oh,
Like,
that's a great question.
Great
Like,
question.
I'm not talking NFL Blitz or sports where you could be like,
Damn it.
I'm talking
Blitz
like GTA.
would be great for us.
Oh, Red Dead Redemption for sure.
Oh, hell yes.
Red Dead
Do you play that
Redemption.
game?
No, but I've seen commercials for it. So that,
I was gonna say you'd be like a good almost like a Chris Christopherson, like a wispy.
but also like Mario Kart, bro.
Oh, that'd be fun too. Sonic would be fun.
The way you drive, yeah, Mario Kart would be perfect
Hey,
for you,
fuck
Zach.
you, man. I
God,
drive great, bro. I don't even
What's
drive.
that?
What are you talking about? My car just drives me around.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect.
Paul, what's that video game that's got the gang members in it?
Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto. That'd be my
but
game
there's
for
another
sure.
one too. Wasn't there like Def Jam Vendetta?
Saints Row. Dude.
Yes.
Did you guys ever play
Saints
Saints
Row.
Row? Dude, I
That's
love
Paul.
Saints Row, bro.
That's Paul with his Danny Trejo chest tattoo out there.
You
Paul
you were in the purple gang. You were all purple if you were.
I
in
was in the purple gang for
Yeah,
sure.
bro. I love Saints Row. That was a good game. And it was I remember
Oh,
that
yeah.
guy. The same guy he does a lot of voiceover for other games. African American fella. I don't remember his name, but he does a lot of voiceovers. He played like the main guy on Saints Row. That shit was legit. What other dreams you got, John?
Here's some advice for you, female.
Do you have any more dreams?
I do. I will do it after this.
Okay, all right.
Mix it
Because I
up.
have one. Because I have one. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do advice for here, and the subject matter is fat bottomed girl. But this is advice. Paul's like,
Cool.
hey
wrote in.
guys, thanks for the weekly laughs. I'm looking for some life advice from your guys' perspective. This is right up Zach's alley here. I'm not sure what the alley is, but it's right up in there. I am considering. I can't even read this with a straight face. I am considering having a breast augmentation. I know it sounds shallow, but I have always been self-conscious.
This is a girl or a guy?
Guy. No, it's a girl.
Okay.
I've always been self-conscious, especially since having kids. When I was pregnant and breastfeeding, they were size D and sexy as hell. The breasts of the kids, either one.
Praise God.
After nursing, those suckers deflated like balloons. Thanks, kids. Now I just hate being naked. Maybe why I've only had 2 dates in the last 4 years. Oh.
No, not because
I know I would feel much more confident with a little more on top, but I'm concerned about telling my family, friends, and young kids. Am I being too stupid to care? Thanks for your input.
I don't. First off, I love that she called her titties suckers. That's cool.
Hell yeah, dude! Like,
yeah, like fucking lollipops or some shit. Yeah, no, I don't think that you're not getting. I don't know why you're not getting dates, but I can tell you it's not because your titties. I can go ahead and vouch for that. Dudes don't care. I think listen, we men can be some of the shallowest dudes on earth, but it's like, yo, like if you fine, you fine. Like we don't care about like I ain't ever looked at a girl and like, oh, she ain't got no titties or like she ain't got. I mean, like I just don't. Maybe that's just me.
Personality is so much more like maybe it's just when you get older you more so look for like a cool
yeah,
personality.
but I see what she's saying, bro. But you ain't you've never in your life like been at the Taco John's and then like some girl across the street, you're like, damn, that girl looked like she got a badass personality.
But here's my thing is
and anyone who does say that is so full of shit.
Here's what I take on it is if you think it's gonna help your
self-esteem,
do it. By all means,
you don't have to. You don't have to explain shit to anybody.
No, fuck no. But if it's gonna help you and you're gonna feel like a bad bitch, cool, do it. But you don't have to explain anything to anybody,
bro. There's also so many ways to do it now. Like you can take fat out of your stomach and put it in your damn titties. That is crazy as hell. You can take fat out of your stomach and put it in your booty. You can take fat.
You can put feta or cottage cheese in them tits.
You can actually put bacon grease.
Anybody got any chips?
Yo, like that's what's crazy.
Cock and guac.
You can do anything now, and like breast augmentation, like the scars are like everything's getting smaller. I don't know. I think you do whatever you want. Yeah, if it's gonna help, I think if anything's gonna help your self-esteem, do it. But also, I think you need to be proud of who you are without it at the same time. You know what I mean?
Heard
like,
that.
Yo, ain't nobody. Listen, if a dude likes you and thinks you're fine, and then gets in the bedroom, and you're like, oh, you got deflated titties. Like, ain't no dude ever done that in his life.
Kick his ass out if he does, though.
Ain't no like. There's an old Cat Williams bit where he talks about that. They were talking about like girls with stretch marks. He's like, listen, either you was big and you got small, or you was small and you got big. Either way, we fucking. Like it's like it doesn't matter, man. Like
that's such a good skit.
Yeah, dude. It's like it doesn't. You know what I mean? Like it's.
How about the girls or guys that get like the butt implants? Like, what's your thoughts on those?
I think that's a little whack. I think that but here's why.
It's a little weird.
Here's why. You can do things exercise wise to make yourself have a good butt.
You know what I think the biggest life hack is the fake butt shorts that like put on a fake butt. It's like extensions in a girl's hair. You know what I'm talking about? They have a fake butt. You can like they have like in shorts. It's a real thing. Google that shit.
I mean that's par for the course for where we are today as a society.
You can put on a
I've
fake
never
butt.
seen that. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, I've seen the fake calves and the fake ass.
Fake
calves?
Calves?
They're selling fake calves now for girls or guys because
what was that show? Oh, an Entourage. I remember there was an episode of Entourage.
But they actually are selling them.
Where Johnny kept talking about his calves and he was going to get calf implants. He kept looking at other dudes' calves all the time. Yo, that's crazy that people wear. Yeah, that's so. Man, that's so
I don't
whack,
get it. Imagine
dude.
like having like a Ken doll as a guy and just be like, I need like a plastic cock. Like,
I thought you said Kent doll, and I was instantly just thinking the worst.
A doll of Kent.
Of Kent Sinkler.
A Kent
Sinkler flesh doll.
A Kent doll.
Okay.
So do whatever you want with your damn titties, girl.
Yeah.
If you want to get them done, get them done. If you don't want to get them done, don't get them done. You should be happy with yourself without them. But if it's gonna help your self esteem, do it, man. You know,
and if you get them done, show that shit off.
Kids can be titty ruiners. You know, they're little bastards when it comes to that.
And here's the thing: we've already determined that Zach had no idea that his mom turned toast into Eggo waffles for 42 years of his life. So your kids, you just tell your kids that they're balloon animals just sleeping in your bosom, and when they get older, they can find out that you actually had.
How old of a kid do you got to be to notice that? I wonder. And
then say something about it.
Yeah, you got to be in your teens. So
unless she's still actively breastfeeding and the milk changes.
I don't think you should do it if you're breastfeeding. I don't think you should get a breast augmentation while you're breastfeeding. I tell you what though, man, I know people who have gotten breast implants and then had kids and then their boobs are still like big, but they look like crazy more real now. You know what I mean? Because they dropped a little bit.
Good on you.
I just, I don't really care about breast implants. It doesn't bother me. You can get them or don't.
Yeah, breast milk's breast milk. All
what's your other fucking dream? Jesus.
Got one more dream here.
All right.
In this dream, this is from a female. In this dream, I am constantly just doing ordinary things, like taking out the trash, cooking, etc. And then out of the blue, my foot starts to dissolve. And not like the snapping of Thanos, but like bugs are eating it, but the bugs are not there. And my foot looks half eaten. Then I am most time awake. I wake up and I immediately check my foot. The foot feels weird. Oh, and it's always just my left foot. I am left-handed, so maybe that's why it's only my left foot. I don't know. We hope you can analyze this dream.
I can't.
I've never had a dream where
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I think right here is this person, their left foot, and every time they dream it, is being dissolved, like eaten off by bugs or whatever, where it's just kind of going. I don't know. Maybe it's a.
I think that's the Lord. I think that's the damn Lord trying to tell you need to be ambidextrous.
Or just maybe it's telling you that eventually. What if it's like almost like a foreshadowing? Like, hey, there's something coming that's going to take your foot.
Like fucking diabetes? What?
Or I don't know. Actual ants. Like I don't know.
Ants, bro.
Like damn, there's something weird. I don't know if y'all heard about this damn pandemic of foot eating ants that are out there. They're coming. They're cousins to the murder hornets. But I had a cousin that had dreams where his arms were always falling off, or like they would disappear in his dreams. So I don't know if that. It's just super weird to have a specific body part every time be the thing that falls off.
Maybe
that's weird.
Maybe I think one day what's going to happen is they're going to be at a garage sale and they're going to find a badass rollerblade, but it's only going to be one of them. You know what I'm saying? I think that's interesting. It's just you're just so bummed out that there's only one of these rollerblades because they are the best rollerblades you've ever seen, but at the same time. It's only that right digit.
Or it's a display shoe at a store, but one of them has a hole in it. So we only have the good right shoe. So it's like, well, I guess that's meant to be.
Trying to get that Skechers Walkman, and they only have the right foot.
There you
those wheelies, where those freaking shoes were.
Fucking Heelys.
Is
that all you have? Do you have any more advice or dreams?
That's what I got. No, that's what I got.
All right, so I got to tell you about this dream that I had. I never have like wild ass dreams. My dreams are pretty on par for normal life, you know. And
here we go.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh buddy, this gets heavy.
Touch his big old sack.
All right, so I was in a hotel. It was me and Poncho were staying in a hotel, and for some reason, Poncho was sleeping in the bed. I was sleeping on the couch, which is weird because Poncho always used to sleep on the floor.
Poncho will sleep on the floor, yeah.
Yeah, Poncho sleeps on the floor. So I remember I felt like a bug crawling on me. I was like, man, what the fuck is this bug all about? And there was a bug on me, and I go over and check the window, and the light's coming in the window, but there's like a bunch of bugs on the window, right? So I'm like,
Tommy boy.
This is weird. So it's like, and they're ticks too. They're like bugs and there's like ticks. Oh. So I get ready to leave. I'm like, fuck this, I'm out of here. I try to wake Poncho up. He won't wake up. I'm like, man, I gotta get out of here. So I kill one of the ticks, and then I realize that the tick is fake. It's electric, and it's a camera. Like it has like a camera in it. This is no bullshit. Then Paul calls me, and he's like, he's like sounds like super depressed, but I can't really hear what he's saying, and he's just like breathing weird. He's like,
You might be coming.
Yeah, maybe. And then he like laughs. He did like this like weird laugh. I'm reading all this, by the way, because I have it all written down. He did this like weird laugh, and I'm like, man, that's fucking weird, dude. And then by the way, every time one of these things happens, I look at the clock and it's 1:15 in the morning every single time. It's always 1:15 in the morning. So I keep trying to wake Poncho up to go, and Poncho's like, no, man, I'm asleep. I'm gonna stay here. Then The Rock calls me. Like
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson calls me. It's the same call as when Paul called me. He's like breathing weird, and then he does like this weird laugh, and I'm like, all right, yo, this is fucking whack. Like, what is happening? So I call the cops, and no one shows up. No one shows up. Somehow I get out of this. Weeks later, I am at a Moe's Southwestern Grill taco spot, and one of my old classmates from school comes up to me and goes, "Hey man, I don't know if you heard, but like most of our class that we went to school with is dead." And then I woke up.
How were the tacos?
I don't remember eating the tacos.
I'm stoked that me and Dwayne The Rock Johnson were in the same dream.
Yeah, it was a weird dream, bro. Like I don't ever have weird dreams, so that's why I woke up.
So I'm gonna analyze this.
I woke up and wrote it down. I'll tell you how. I'm gonna tell you how I wrote it down because I had to write it down fast so I didn't forget. So I told you like the full detailed version. This is
you
what
just wrote clip notes.
This is what my writing says: hotel with poncho, bug and couch, check window, tons of bugs and ticks. Almost leave, kill tick. Realize it's a camera and electric. Try to leave. Get a call from Paul. Sounding progress. Him breathing. Weird as hell. Every time I look at clock, it's 1:15. Poncho wants to stay. The Rock calls me. Same call as Paul. Call cops. No one shows. Weeks later, childhood classmate tells me most of my class is dead.
Could you imagine someone that you don't know finding this note and being like, "What the hell just happened with this individual?"
Bro, if that's the note in my phone that makes him think that I'm weird.
I can. Oh yeah, that's boy,
dude. If he reads any of my episode notes,
I really think our podcast and dream analyzing is draining into your real life dreams,
bro. It's crazy, man. It's so crazy. Like I don't understand. Like what is going on? Like why I don't like it's
Poncho.
Really...
You know what the weirdest part about this dream is? Poncho's sleeping on the bed and you sleeping on the couch.
Yeah, that's like super strange, right? I don't understand. It was a weird dream, bro. John, what's going on, man? What's happening in my dream?
I don't know, man. Are you I'm kind of like stuck on the tick robot thing because it goes back to kind of what we said. The animals are actually robots who aren't real.
Yeah.
And it kind of ties into kind of like your hatred or whatever towards social media because the technology.
Yeah.
People always spying on you. Your phone's listening to you. All this shit.
No, I agree with that.
The Zach Mack, you could put Zach Mack in any ungodly situation. He's just like, I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it. Like, oh, he's asleep during a house fire while mutants are fucking on the couch. Oh, it's Zach.
Any situation that you bring up with Zach Mack, as weird as it can be, you're like, yeah, that could probably happen with Zach Mack.
Sure, yeah.
I'll write a song about it. I get it. I love it.
Yeah, I'm gonna write a song about it.
Have you recently had any issues or read anything where classmates have died or stuff like that?
No.
Like, what's that?
Not that I can think of.
Are there any anniversaries coming up of like when you graduated high school, or you actually never, or what's like a thing coming up? Well, no, you never went to college.
Oh yeah, you never went to high school with real kids.
Well, no, like I never
did go to high school with real kids.
Right. So, like, is there an anniversary coming up where it's like you could almost like a Final Destination where you guys all get together and you, for whatever reason, get distracted by Zach Mack?
You go to Baja Tacos and you just.
I mean, maybe so because all my friends from that era just went on vacation with me and I caught a 6.5-foot shark.
And nobody died.
I put it back. None of us died.
No humans died.
No sharks died either, Paul. We put the shark back.
I don't know.
We put the shark back in the ocean.
You caught a shark and you put in.
What's that arm workout? What's that like? Pull that.
It's the hardest thing. It's the hardest thing I've ever done physically. Trying to reel that thing in. Because here's the thing. I wasn't trying to catch a shark. I was trying to.
I
was trying to catch a normal fish, and a shark bit they put these things called popsicles on, which was like just like a frozen, like frozen mackerel or something like that. They'd split it.
A Choco Taco.
So I'd drop it. We're probably in like 130 feet of water or whatever. I would drop it down and then reel it up like 5 clicks and wait. So normally when you're fishing in deep sea like that, you don't just, if you feel something, you don't just jerk back like that, right? So you'll feel kind of like a tap, 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 and the line will just bend, right? There was no tap. My pole literally almost touched the back of my hand. Literally just bent over, and I was like,
bent that
what?
Much?
So I'm like reeling it. By the way, I'm normally a left-handed reeler, so I'm reeling with my right hand. I'm like, yo, man, like, come on, like, so get it up, keep it, like, it's 20 minutes, and like the guy, the captain of the boat's like, yo, he's like, keep reeling. I'm like, dude, if you tell me to keep reeling one more time, I'm gonna lose my mind. I have no more strength. We're 20 minutes into this. I'm wiped the fuck out. Like I'm literally. It's every bit of strength I have in my body. I would reel a couple times and I'd pull. I'd reel and then I'd pull just to keep tension on the line. And so finally it starts getting up and I'm like, yo, because I thought it was like maybe like a Goliath.
This doesn't sound like we're talking like about fishing, just so you know.
No, we were. I thought I caught they have these thing called Goliath groupers that are like, they weigh like 400 pounds, like huge groupers. So that's what I thought I had. And it gets up and I'm like, yo, that's a fucking shark. And not like a little like bitch ass shark. That's a fucking big shark. Like, it was almost 7 foot long.
Yeah, it's just under a Yao Ming. Yeah, hell yeah.
Terrifying, dude. It was so big. And I caught like a little shark too, and I got it up in the boat and then just we released everything back. We caught like a bunch of red snapper and stuff like that. We kept those. But we're not going to keep a shark.
Ollie would have lost his mind seeing that.
I really thought about bringing him. And I was like, man, we're going to go out for 6 hours originally.
He's going to get bored and just.
I was just like, when you go deep sea fishing, it's you're on the boat for 90 minutes to 2 hours just getting out there. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So like, I was like, I don't want to. But next time I'll bring him for sure. I think he would have had a lot of fun. We caught over 70 something fish. We caught over 100 fish. We kept 70.
God.
Did you get to like eat them in a different way, or did they help you cook them and all that stuff?
We took them to a place to get cleaned, and I cooked them. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Dude, it was so good, man. Like, it made me realize, like, I'm going to eat a lot more, like, non-fried fish, just, like, straight up, like, sauteed.
Yeah. Well, it's, like, literally right from the store. Like, right.
Oh, it was so good, dude. We caught a couple of really big grouper. One was probably, like, 13, 14 pounds. And then when we went to go get them processed, the fish, grouper that day was $30 a pound.
So you're like, I'll sell this.
Yeah, I'll sell you this bitch. They probably I'll say this anyway. Cause like, when I go fishing at home, like we go back and me or my wife will clean the fish. Like, but I'm not cleaning 70 something fish, bro, on vacation. Dude. But I'm like, I guarantee, bro, that I think they went to like Publix and just like got us a bunch of fish. And like, here's your fish. Like, they just kept all of our shit and sold it at their markets.
They give you some bass.
Paul, what do you got?
Paul reads the news.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I like it when you say
There's been a lot that's been going on.
We haven't done this in a couple weeks, so there's a lot going
on. Man, okay. Oh man, this is an awkward one.
I like that.
Scott Disick, previously married to one of the Kardashian. What was her name? Courtney,
they weren't
right?
married.
Yep.
Courtney went off to be with Travis Barker. Well, what together? This dude was dating a teenager.
She went to be with Travis Scott, bro.
Wait, what?
Not Travis Scott. Travis Barker.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But this dude goes from Courtney Kardashian to a teenager. Like, she was straight up like 18, 19 years old, and now she's 20.
Yeah, but she wasn't like 17.
But still, man, like you have kids that are probably closer to this girl's age than you are.
Yeah, probably.
That's weird.
Clearly, she is either he's going after younger girls, which I would assume he would be, or she's into older guys. But I don't.
He looks like
super weird.
He went from like this really rich, like white guy who looked like a really rich white guy to looking like one of these TikTok, YouTube like kids on the internet. I'm like, how do you go from wearing like a really nice suit to wearing like a bunch of baggy, I don't get it.
I don't know. Listen, the guy makes great sweatpants, though. Let's be real.
Speaking of Kardashians, Lamar Odom just beat up Aaron Carter in a celebrity boxing match this
That was
weekend
on.
too.
That was fucking on here.
We knew.
Can we talk about
knew that
celebrity
was gonna
boxing?
happen. Yeah. We were going to talk about it anyway because we were going to. We wanted to bring up the
so Lamar
Logan Paul thing.
beat up the Carter kid that nobody gave a shit about.
Here's the thing, though.
And-
the Carter kid is the one who called him out, and I said from the jump, I go, "This is going to be a fucking terrible idea."
Okay.
Lamar Odom is a grown man who is a basketball player, and then Aaron Carter kid is just like listen. I'm not going to talk shit about people because I think the kid has a real problem. I think he's got a real addiction problem.
He is super talented though.
At what?
I think when he came out for his music wise.
Stop,
But who-
bro.
He had some,
Hold on.
He had some bangers. He had some bangers.
Time out.
I think you're thinking about Nick Carter and his brother.
Yeah, in a
Well, same
successful
family.
group. Who asked to see this fight though?
Enough people to pay for it.
Did they though?
Who would have paid for that?
Who paid for it? I don't know.
Well, enough people to where they made money. I mean, why would you do that for free? I would. Here's the thing. I wouldn't fight either one. I wouldn't fight Aaron Carter for anything less than $100K.
I'd do it just based on
What are you
principle.
going to fight Marty Jannetty for?
I think Marty Jannetty and I might form a tag team.
You won't.
The butt
The
rockers.
problem is he's got bad. We're gonna call ourselves. What's that thing he said to me? Spots on ice.
Cold
Spots
on
on
dice.
dice.
Like
Fuck,
like
man.
white on rice, like spots on dice, like cold on ice.
Yeah, it's just
The
icon.
best.
Yeah,
the
no,
rusty
nobody wants
avocado
to,
versus Marty Jannetty.
Hell
nobody
yeah.
wants to see a fight like Lamar Odom and this Carter kid. Like
No, I don't care about that. I do like seeing people get knocked the fuck out who I think are kind of imbeciles though, and I kind of think Aaron Carter's an imbecile. I don't like talking shit about people because I think that he's got a drug problem, but you talk shit, get hit. You know what I'm saying? So
celebrity death match is finally coming to be a real thing, which I'm all about. So I'm
yeah,
not
that's
even
kind
mad
of
about
the cool part about it, right? Is like it's like a real live thing. It's not just like a.
we
Carter.
hoped for this back in the
Yeah,
late
bro.
90s when we're like, yes, clay fighting.
Because back in the day, it would always get talked about. It never happened. Remember when Axl Rose or Vince Neil challenged Axl Rose to a boxing match? The shit never happened. Like you'd always see that kind of shit. So I have a question, Paul, because you like fighting like I do. What did you think of the Logan Paul Floyd Mayweather fight?
Oh boy. Okay. It pisses me off that Logan Paul even considers he won. Now I'm very big into mixed martial arts.
That's him being a troll.
I'm very big into combat sports. He's being a troll. There were no judges. There was no winner. Nobody got knocked out.
Bro, there was a winner. Floyd
If
Mayweather.
any- yeah, Floyd Mayweather.
beat the fuck out of that kid.
Floyd
Listen,
Mayweather, yeah.
the guy lasted 8 rounds with Floyd Mayweather, and didn't get knocked out.
Okay, but hold on. Floyd Mayweather has never knocked anybody out.
No.
Floyd
He's
Mayweather is a boxer.
He lets the fight come to him.
Yes.
He's always controlled the fight. He's
Yes.
never been an aggressor in a fight ever, in any fight I've ever seen him in.
No.
But the fact that, like, dude, here's the thing. How old is he? 43?
Yeah, something like that.
40, maybe older than that.
Yeah.
That motherfucker is so fast.
Oh, it's insane.
Well,
Like, here's
he's
the thing.
the best
like,
defensive boxer.
And listen, I've never liked Floyd Mayweather style of boxing because my favorite boxers were all heavyweight boxers. You know, I enjoyed Mike Tyson, I enjoyed Muhammad Ali, I enjoyed all those guys. Lennox Lewis,
Riddick Bowe, Evander Holyfield, all those
Riddick
guys.
Bowe,
Sure.
Evander
Riddick
Holyfield,
Bowe,
George Foreman,
yes. Ivo Drago, yeah, all the classics.
Tommy Morrison,
Follow Creed. Yeah, totally get
Oh
it.
yeah, dude. Clubber Lang, Spider Rico, all of them.
Clubber Lang. I've always liked those kind of boxers. So when I never was on the Floyd train, right? I just didn't care. But I'll say this. After round 3, Logan Paul looked like he was going to die from being tired.
He held him.
And Floyd Mayweather looked like he hadn't
Held
even
him up.
started a fight yet.
Wow.
He was like, that dude was like taking swings and Floyd's like,
Mayweather
like
doesn't
straight up
start getting
dodging
into
the
a fight after 6 rounds anyway. So like,
dude, it was.
that's the way Mayweather always
But
fights.
listen, man, like I don't knock people's hustle, right? good for you to do what you do. That guy's obviously made a career for himself. Logan Paul, whichever fucking one it was, has made a career of himself. YouTube, making millions and millions and millions of dollars. It bum me out that there's real boxers out there that wouldn't get it, that have been working their entire lives that don't get that payday.
Yeah,
he made $15
100%.
million.
So here's my thing, and I can go both ways. One, you didn't fucking win. You fought Floyd Mayweather. You only did it for a payday. But here's my thing. If you respect the sport that much and you truly appreciate boxing, fight somebody who is in their prime and is a real boxer right now.
Don't call it an exhibition either.
And don't call it an exhibition. Have a real fucking fight. And I guarantee you, you're not fucking winning. Like,
I don't know, man.
I like the idea of, I don't follow as much as you guys. I mean, yes, I'm aware of who fights and whatever affiliation, the UFC or Bellator, all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But there's got to be something to the Paul kids, because they're able to get these money fights because they know they're hitting the right buttons, and I can't fault them for making money.
Fighting is about selling a fight, right?
100%. Like there's a reason why Mayweather did that fight.
Conor McGregor is not a guy who walks around talking shit 24 hours a day. He's Conor McGregor because he knows how to sell a fucking fight.
Right.
That's your job, and that's what I get. That's what I'm saying. Like I know there's fighters that who have been fighting their entire lives who can't make $15 million, right? Like this kid did in his second fight ever. He's 0-2. You know what I mean? Like 0-2, and you get a $15 million fight, and plus whatever he made endorsements and whatever.
yeah.
So Floyd made $100 million. So it's like, come on, man. So here's the thing is. Both of those kids can fight. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't want to think they could. I didn't want to say out loud that they could.
They put the time in.
You watch that Jake Paul fight, dude. Those dudes trained every day. Like, eventually, I said this on the last podcast when we talked about the Ben Askren fight. Eventually, with Jake Paul, you're gonna have to consider this guy a real threat because he knocked out Ben Askren like he was a fucking bitch.
Hold on.
Like he
I'm
was
gonna stop you there.
Bitch.
Ben Askren did not even try and prepare for that fight.
Doesn't
So
matter.
that is so stupid
his
on
fault.
Ben Askren. Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. It's stupid because he thought he would be able to just roll over on Jake Paul or whoever the fuck.
We talked about this the last time we talked about it.
It's so stupid. But what I would love to see, because he already talks shit and I would pay a lot of money to see this. Jake Paul tried to talk shit about Nate Diaz. And I'll tell you one thing right now, Nate Diaz would murder him.
Here's the thing though, but
Nate Diaz has to get out of UFC though.
Would he murder him in a boxing ring with boxing rules?
I don't think so.
Jake Paul's a big fucking boy, man.
I think he would.
Yeah, but Nate Diaz.
I think Tyrone Woodley's going to do it. Honestly,
I think Tyrone Woodley could fucking beat his ass.
Yes, absolutely.
Can we say this though? Listen, by the way, this is coming from a guy who doesn't like this kid just personally. Can we say this though? If he fights Tyrone Woodley, which he probably won't. If he fights Tyrone Woodley.
Well, he's fighting him, right?
They're in August.
It's on?
Oh, it's confirmed.
It's on Showtime.
Okay, let's say this. If he fights Tyrone Woodley and doesn't outright lose, so either he beats him or he goes 9, we got to start calling this kid a real fucking fighter.
Because he already called out Conor McGregor after Tyrone Woodley.
Well,
he's been calling out
anyone's
Conor McGregor.
Going to call out Conor McGregor. He just has the patience for you to hear. He has the platform for you to actually hear about it. Mm-hmm. I listen.
What if what if Jake Paul or whatever Paul brother was like, just one night after they win, and it's like, you know what, I'm coming for you, Eric Clapton.
Dude.
Or just call out someone ridiculous where it's like, what?
Dude, I would fucking love that. What's up, Michael McDonald? You want to fucking go 9 rounds?
What's up, Michael Bublé? You want to go?
Michael Bublé. Calls out fucking Danny DeVito. And then, like some weird like. Yeah, because we talked about. Remember the last episode we talked about Cobblepot.
Yeah.
I called him Dexter Cobblepot. That's not his name, and my brother Nick corrected me.
Yeah.
What's his first name?
Penny Cobblepot. Alfred. Edward Cobblepot.
Edward Cobblepot.
Or I think Riddler's Edward Nigma.
Yeah.
Oswald Cobblepot.
Oswald, yeah.
I call him Dexter Cobblepot.
Son of a bitch.
My brother.
Of course, your brother's a nerd.
Fucking nerd. My brother texted me in our brother's text the other day, though. My brother Nick lives like, I live in this neighborhood on the lake, right? And it's the houses are really spread out, but across the street it's like a normal neighborhood. And my brother lives in that neighborhood, and he said that he texted our brother's text the other day that there was like not a hostage situation, but there was like SWAT vans. They were in like a standoff with somebody in a house. I was like, that's fucking wild as hell. It was like 9 hours, and he's like, yeah, it's still going on, I guess. I was like, that's fucking crazy as hell. Paul, what other news you got?
Let me see. I had something else. Oh my, this is so frustrating. Billie Eilish fans are just outraged right now. Because
she's so stupid.
Over queer baiting. Now, hold on. Before we go further, John, what would you even make of that? What would you make of that? Yeah, exactly. What would you make of that?
Queer baiting, luring in gay people with the promise of hooking up and not being gay.
So people thought she was gay.
Yeah. Because
you're pretty on.
She said, I like
girls. Oh, they think she did like a bait and switch and just lured that fan base in.
What happened, Paul? So she said, like, I like girls.
No, I don't even know the whole context of it, and who knows if it's actually accurate. Because it's like, dude, because she supports the gay community, like people automatically think like,
I think that's what I read.
Must
like
be,
she said, I think she like said something on Instagram. She's like, I love girls, and then photos came out of her boyfriend that she's dating. It's like, because listen, just because you support something doesn't mean you have to be it. And even if you're not, even if you are, whatever, be whatever you want to be, do whatever you want to do. But the fact that like fans are coming after her for like saying I love girls and supporting it, and then like, but oh wait, you're not this, and like you're still trying. I don't know if you could have a bigger advocate in the world right now for your movement than a one Billie Eilish.
You better watch out. You better be nice, or you might find yourself in Zach's gripes.
Right.
And then you're going to condemn her. You're going to fucking condemn her because she actually likes, dude, shut the fuck up with your bullshit. I'm tired of
So the gay bullshit. Groups are the ones targeting her because
she's not.
What the fuck else can, what, because why not? You know what I mean?
It's so weird. Like you said, though, like I support gay rights. Enough, I support free religion, but I support all these groups.
I support like, everything. Do anything that you want to do.
Are you happy?
Makes you happy.
As long as you're not affecting other people's lives or making yourself affect other people's lives, do whatever you want to do. But when you start coming for people because your ideals of someone weren't reality, you know what I mean? When do we draw the line into fucking psychosis?
What if Elton John came out and he's like, guess what, idiots, I'm not gay.
I mean, Elton John married a woman.
Yeah, but my thing would be like, what do you do with your cock rings then?
Your gold diamond encrusted cock rings. I just listen. We're now canceling people because of whatever you perceive them as. That's not what they are.
It's
like, are you fucking? It's too much. It's too much, man. Take your fucking chips and walk out of the goddamn casino. You're too much too fast. You know what I'm saying? Like stop this cancel culture shit, man. You're about to lose. All these people are about to lose, man. Because listen, like we said before, there are people that. I hate saying that need to be canceled. There are people that do bad things that need their recompense for what they do. But this cancel culture shit, man, y'all are going, listen to me, you're gonna fucking crap out, as Dave Chappelle says. Take your goddamn chips and walk out of the casino, man. Leave, because you're asking for too much too soon. And now you're getting mad at her fans, which is such a bullshit word, because if you're a fan of somebody, that's not what's gonna happen.
Right.
You're because, all right. So Paul one time told me this is a hypothetical. Paul one time told me he loves avocados. They're his favorite thing ever. And then I go see Paul and he's eating a hamburger, and I go, well, he's supposed to be a vegan.
Right.
Why should he be a vegan? Well, he said he loved avocados.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, motherfucker. I love fucking milk, but I don't know where I'm going with that. But I also love eating cows.
Right. And ass.
So you're not vegan or vegetarian, so
I'm not either of those things. Yeah, I don't. You know, we get to get mad at people because of what we think they should be, and that's not what they are. Like this shit is psycho now. Like you need to have your goddamn head checked. You fucking. I fucking hate people.
There are people going back like 8 years on Twitter for old tweets when actors get like really big roles, and it's just like, oh, they made a. It's just like, oh fuck.
Again,
man.
I said this
so
before.
Sad.
I said this before. When you're trying to cancel someone for some shit they did in the past, like if someone did something at a time and it was perfectly okay to do and no one said shit about it, then you can't go back and retroactively fucking cancel somebody. Because when they said the shit, the line was somewhere else, and you moved the fucking line. You did it. So you can't go back and like, that's fucking stupid, man. And we're already seeing it, right? We're already seeing fans and people go, fuck this. You're not going to cancel this person. Look at the Morgan Wallen shit. You know, the guy, listen,
look at Eminem.
Look at Eminem.
Good luck canceling that dude. That dude's been doing this for how long?
Eminem was the first motherfucker to get canceled. You know what I mean? And then the best part about Eminem, bringing back up the Elton John thing, like, oh, he talks disparagingly about gay people in his songs, and then he goes on stage with Elton John. It's like, yo, man, this is art. Art is subjective. Art is, and it's kind of the thing with the stand-up comedy thing. Like, to me, if you go into a comedy club and you hear something you don't like, shut your fucking goddamn mouth.
Gripes.
No one gives a fuck about your opinion. Don't write about it because you're not writing about it in the context that it fucking happened.
Right.
So that shit makes me real fucking goddamn mad. And then
those people
go ahead.
Trying to cancel Eminem weren't even born during
that time of Eminem's
right.
lyrics.
So it's like, dude, how could you even? That's what blows my mind.
And the best part is they didn't even pick his worst lyrics. They picked like some lyrics that are in like a radio song. That dude has some bad lyrics that are incredible in my opinion. That you should cancel him over, and that wasn't even it. Like
it's art. It's again, these people they are going. Their cause is going to get. It's already getting turned around. There's fans of people. Listen, I'm friends with Morgan Wallen. I don't agree with what he said, but listen, man, he didn't say it with vitriol. He said it to some drunk white kid in a car, and he said it. They said what he said. It was stupid. He shouldn't have said it.
Correct.
But at the same time, his fans are like, no, he's not canceled. He's still going to have the #1 record on Apple, on iTunes. He's still fans are putting up billboards. He's still retro. He still won like 3 awards, even though he wasn't even allowed to go to the awards. Like, again, I'm not sitting here condemning. I'm not sitting here saying I am condemning what he said. But you can't. What the fuck is this world where no one makes mistakes?
If you don't like him, don't fucking listen to him.
Don't listen to him.
Correct.
There you go.
This mistakeless world. You know what I mean? Like fuck you, man. Like, and the people, it bums me out that the people who try to do it are acting like they have this perfect life and they've never made any mistakes, right? And it's also the people that like get upset about it. Like I remember like the Dr. Seuss thing we talked about the one time. It's like, you know who wasn't upset about the Asian thing in the Dr. Seuss books? Fucking Asian people.
Until some white person made it a thing.
Fucking white people, man. We're ruining
everything.
We're ruining everything.
The worst.
Dude, white people started cancel culture.
As a white person, as white guys,
people,
should we start a group that hates white people?
Yeah, I'm in, dude.
I'm canceling white people.
Dude, cancel culture is a Caucasian made thing, dude.
It's a white privilege thing.
Yeah, that is, bro. That's what people always talk about. White privilege. Dude, that's white privilege. Is the fact
white
that you
privilege
can cancel,
is cancel culture.
You cancel fucking people because you don't like their opinion on something.
So it's getting late, but on the next episode, we'll talk about me going to prison.
Why haven't we talked? We got to talk about the prison.
It's gonna happen.
Are we gonna talk about it right now? No, we can't. We're like 90 minutes in.
We're way over.
Next episode.
We're getting the producer saying we're over time, so we got to go.
All right. JR saying we're over time, so we can't talk about it. But we have to. This is like almost like becoming comical that we haven't talked about this yet. I love that I keep adding time to his prison sentence too.
Yeah, it's 20 years. He was in prison for 20 years. I'm only 34 years old. It's like
it's weird that every time we've seen Paul, like he's in that same spot. He's actually in prison right now.
I'm still there.
Right.
Yeah. He's actually in prison right now. Anyway, if you need life advice, if you have dreams, hit us up at suplifeadvice.com. Oh, sorry, suplifeadvice@gmail.com.
gmail.com. suplifeadvice@gmail.com.
Jan.
SOP life advice at gmail.com.
SOP life advice. SUP life. And as always, subscribe. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Hit the like button. Slap the notifications button. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends. We're having a lot of fun doing it, even though we have missed you for the last 3
Let's
out of 4 weeks.
let's start taking some names for the bird in the background. I feel like we got to name that thing. So if you got any names for the bird,
send it to SUP Life Advice.
Yes, please do. Y'all are great. We love you, and we're gonna see you a lot more often now that these two goons aren't touring currently. So we'll see you guys a lot over the summer.
Yeah, we will see you a bunch, and we promise to never miss. We'll never miss 2 weeks in a row again, ever. I promise. Agreed. It made me start thinking that we should have like seasons of this podcast, like season 1, season 2, season 3.
People do that. It's actually kind of a cool way to kind of.
John's just trying to get out of our podcast so he can record his 70 other podcasts that he has.
No, I think some people do it where it's like you literally take 2 weeks off and then you kind of change like the theme for like next episodes or whatever. But our thing is so.
Can we talk about why your video? Can we talk about why your video looks like the Patterson Bigfoot footage right now? Like are you recording this on a fucking Sidekick?
I actually have it's a pinhole camera.
Bro, it looks like the camera that Rob Riggel's wife hid in his fucking smoke detector or whatever.
Oh yeah.
All right, you guys take care. Thanks for tuning in. On behalf of Polly Tamale, John Guarnieri, and myself, thanks for tuning in to Seemingly Unknown, and we will see you next week, ya nerds.